Welcome back to Center Stage, everybody. We're talking with the star of the new films Arbitrage and Henry and Me, actor Richard Gere. You're born in Philly. As an infant, your family moves to Syracuse. What was the Gere household like?
It was, and now I see it as this tiny house, this tiny little Cape Cod. Let me see, living in there was my older sister and me, and my mother and father, and a dog. My dad at that point was working for Atlantic Refining Company, and he was just beginning to start his own insurance practice. My mother took care of the house and took care of us, and it was a great mom. Now, we see you at Yankee games all the time, but growing up, what were your teams? Yankees. All the time? It was Yankees. The only reason I'm doing this is I'm a Yankee fan. Are there any Yankee fans here? No, I guess no fans. Okay. You attended North Syracuse Central High. Good student, bad student? What was it about? Indifferent student. I just was kind of a dreamer, to tell you the truth. I like music a lot. And gymnastics, as you brought up before, was how I got into college, actually. I was recruited as a gymnast. And then left school after a couple of years and joined the circus as an actor. When were you bitten by the acting bug? Did you know that earlier, or did it happen? I did. You know, I really enjoyed it in high school. I was incredibly shy, and I don't think spoke more than 10 words probably my whole teenage years. Right. So it was a way to engage the world. It was really kind of the perfect expression for me. All right, so you graduate high school in '67, and then you go to the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Why there? I'm not sure exactly. I think something about the word Massachusetts I liked. That's a good way to pick a school, yeah. It was a beautiful campus, but it was my introduction to the world. Right. It was the first time I saw foreign movies, and just the world of movies and literature and world expressions that were coming through these universities was transporting to me. What was your best event in gymnastics? Side horse. We called it side horse then, pommel horse. Can you still do it? No. No, I'd kill myself probably. I'd have a heart attack. Now, when you were in college, I read, and this is a cool story, I hope it's true, that you and your friends created the Royal Order of the Mystic Carp. What kind of organization was that? Where do you get this stuff from? I do a lot of reading. Yeah, you personally do this, yes, I do. Yeah. You're that stalker I've had for the last 5 years. I've had those burgers, Richard. I don't know how old I was. I was probably 13 or 14. Okay. Now, why'd you create this organization? Is this getting too prying? I'm going through layers of memory now to get back there. I got to find the wormhole. All right, let me tell you what I know and see if it's true. All right. That to get into other such clubs, you saw people treating their pledges poorly, and you said, "This isn't good. I'm going to start my own thing." Sounds good. Yeah, it makes you look great. Actually, I think that probably was it. All right. I'm going to ask you later where you found this out, because I haven't even thought about this in 100 years. I cut out a picture of a carp, put it on plywood, and cut it out and painted it. And that was kind of like the talisman of this little club that I had. I gave it to my son. My son has in his room right now. How cool is that? Yeah, it's way cool. Now, you also did summer stock acting with the Provincetown Players, which you mentioned earlier. What was that? And that was the first job I had. Yeah, that was great. It was the old Eugene O'Neill Theater in Provincetown. And had a lot of mojo. And it was a great lineage to be there, and with some terrific people and terrific plays. Eugene O'Neill plays, Tom Stoppard play, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, Peter Schaffer play. I mean, really wonderful stuff. After that, you end up going to Seattle. Why that move to Seattle? Bill Roberts, who was directing the plays at Provincetown Playhouse, was the production designer for the Seattle Repertory Theater. That director was in Provincetown to collaborate with him on the productions he was doing in Seattle. Saw my work and asked me to go there. And the decision was great. This is my life now. Is it true that you were the house hippie in Seattle? Because you could play that role? I had hair down to here is what yeah. Seattle's pretty cool. It's a way cool place. Yeah. And the theater is right there in the World Fair complex. It was right there. Richard Gere ends up moving to New York. We'll make that trip to the Big Apple with him when we return on Center Stage.